All right, good day, understanding the self students. For today's lesson, we'll be talking about emotions. Yeah. So sino sa inyo yung may mga kamukha ng mga maskara na ito? So let's begin. So let's imagine life without emotions, without love, joy, fear, sadness, surprise, anger. Ano kaya yung feeling ng mga walang ganun, no? Hindi ka sumasaya, no? Hindi ka nalulungkot, hindi ka nasa-surprise, hindi ka nagagalit, hindi ka naiinis, no? Ano kaya yung feeling ng gano'n? Para kang bato. So yun po, no? Imagine it, no? So parang ang hirap, no? Ang hirap mong kausap, no? Kung ibang tao man ito, no? Ang hirap siguro niyang kausap, no? So yun po, or iniinis mo na, hindi pa rin naiinis, no? Sinurprise mo na, di man lang na-surprise, di man lang na-amaze. So for today, yeah, as I mentioned, we will be talking about emotions. So what are emotions? When you say emotion, they are intense feelings that are directed at someone or something. Emotions are private experiences, of course, no? Hindi pwedeng yung nararamdaman kong emosyon ay nararamdaman din niya. Yeah. It may be nararamdaman namin to pareho pero magkaiba yung level. Hindi siya eksaktong ganun. No? Parang ganun, no? Let's say, for example, brinake ako ng jowa ko 2 months ago. Tapos ikaw na kaibigan ko, brinake ka na ng jowa mo ngayon. No, iba na yung level ng pakiramdam ko, no? Ako'y medyo naka-move on na ikaw sa level ng pakiramdam mo. Na sobrang talagang nasasaktan ka ngayon. So, it is really a private experience, no? We infer observable behavior associated with emotions. Okay. And emotion is a complex psychological phenomenon which occurs as animals or people live their lives. Yeah. We have 4 components of emotions. We have feeling, body arousal, sense of purpose, and social expression or social expressive. No? Sige, pag-usapan natin isa-isa. Pag sinabi nating feeling component, emotions are subjective feelings. It makes us feel in a particular way. It is anger or joy. Meaning and personal significance. Ito yung factor na yung feeling. Vary in intensity and quality. Yun yung tulad ng example ko kanina. It could be na parehas kayo ng naramdaman pero it varies the intensity and quality. It's rooted in mental processes. That's the feeling of feeling component. We also have what we call body arousal. Ito naman yung biological activation. No? So automatic and hormonal system. Bakit kaya kapag nagagalit tayo, laging ganon? Nilalabas mo yung kamao mo ganon. Di ba? Hindi ba pwedeng ganon? Now, it prepares active adaptive coping behavior during emotions. Ikaw, kapag ginulat ka, ano yung emotions mo? I mean, ano yung reaction ng body mo kapag ikaw ginugulat, pinafrank, or diba, whatsoever? Yan, body prepared for actions. Di ba kapag galit na galit ka, kulang na lang, manuntok ka, no? Yan, nanggigigil ka, sinasara mo lagi yung fist mo, no? Ayan. Alert posture, clenched fists, ayan. So that's body arousal. Purposive component naman, give emotion its goal directive force. Ayan. Motivation to take actions. Cope with emotion causing circumstances. Why people benefit from emotions. Social and evolutionary advantage. Ito yung parang goal directed mo, no, into motivations mo to do an action, to take an action. Yeah. Ito yung kumbaga nati-trigger, no, para gawin mo yung isang bagay. Yeah, that's purposive component. Okay, and lastly, ID pa pala. So emotions also is associated with mood. Yan. Mood, temperament, personality, disposition, motivation. Pag sinabi nating mood, it is a temporary state of mind or feeling. No? Iba naman yung sa temperament. Pag sinabi nating temperament, a person's or animal's natures, especially as it permanently affects their behavior. Pag personality naman, enduring and long-lasting, no? Mas mahaba siya. So I mean, mas nakikilala yung personality mo. No? Ganyan pala siya kasi paulit-ulit mo tong ginagawa. There is a pattern of behavior, no? Across time and situation. Pag sinabi natin disposition naman, it is a quality of character, a habit, a preparation, a state of readiness, or a tendency to act in a specified ways. Pag motivation naman, involves biological naman yan, emotional, social, ay mga pinag-usapan natin kanina, mga factors, no? And cognitive forces, that active behavior in everyday usage. The term motivation is frequently used to describe why a person does something, no? It is the driving force behind human action. And lastly, we have social expressive component. Emotions communicative aspect. Ito yung communicative aspect ng emotion. Yung posture mo, yung gesture mo, vocalizations, no, facial expressions make our emotions public. Diba? So tumaas lang yung kilay mo, may gusto ka nang sabihin. Diba? Nanginginig lang yung labi mo or nanginginig lang yung boses mo, parang may gusto na siyang i-communicate. Ba't kaya nanginginig ang labi nun? Ba't kaya nanginginig ang boses nun? No? Ganyan. Verbal and non-verbal communications. Kapag sad ang isang tao, makikita mo in his or her look, di ba? Facial expression. Help us interpret the situation. Okay? How person reacts to event. Minsan, kapag yung isang tao nakakunot yung noo, parang ayaw mo kausapin, no? It help us interpret the situation. Ay, ayoko munang kausapin to, mukhang mainit ang ulo. Ganon. Okay? All right, next. So facial expression convey emotions. Ang tulad ng sabi natin kanina, yan. Ayan kayo mo. Ano yung mga itsura nyo dyan kapag ikaw ay happy? Ano pwede ito, no? Kapag ikaw ay sad, ito. Curious, ito. Pwede. Or ito. Doubtful. Ngiting tagumpay, ito siguro, no? Doubtful din ito. Yeah. So ito, how about you? Ano kayang mukha mo and you convey your emotions, no? All right, categories of emotions. Okay, we have primary emotions and secondary emotion. Pag sinabi nating primary emotions, it is human emotion types that are one triggered in response to an event. Okay, example, love, joy, anger, sadness, surprise, fear. Ito yung direct na response, no, in an event. Kung ano yung nailabas mong emotion nung ikaw ay nagulat, so yun po, yun automatic. Kapag ano yung nilabas mong emotion habang ikaw nanonood ng MMK, no? Sad, no? Naluluha, naiiyak, 'di ba? So that's your primary emotion. Ano yung emotions mo kapag brining ka ng jowa mo? Ayan. So that's primary emotion. Okay. On the other hand, when we talked about secondary emotion, if we experience fear, the secondary emotions would be feel threatened or feel angered, no? Depending on the situation we are experiencing. Ito yung pumangalawa, sumunod, no? Kapag nagalit ka, susunod na ma-feel mo is you feel so threatened, no? Or I mean, kapag ikaw ay natakot, no? That's the primary emotion. Susunod na mararamdaman mo, pwedeng you feel so threatened. Pwedeng you feel so anger. No, kasi prinang ka, no? Natakot ka, prinang ka, natakot ka, tapos sumunod na naramdaman mo is anger. So gano'n, nung nalaman mo prinang ka, that's the secondary emotions. Okay, ano-ano naman po sila? It could be passion, optimism, no? Irritation, disgust, shame, nervousness. All right. And we also have varieties of emotions. We have positive human emotions and negative human emotions. Pag sinabi natin human emotions, it is always innate to all of us. It is something we're born with and something we die with. Like happiness, sadness, love, hatred, worries. Yeah, mga ganyan. And indifference. These are things that constantly occur in our daily lives. All right, first let's have positive emotion. Pag sinabi nating positive emotions, that leads one to feel good about oneself will lead to an emotionally happy and satisfied result. Yan. So ito yung mga smile or faces or facial reaction ng mga tao that feel so positive. They feel emotionally positive. All right. So negative emotions naman, some of the positive emotions are, positive emotions still. And some examples, we have hopeful, confident, peaceful. And ito pa yung iba, desire, gratitude, euphoria, etc. On the other hand, when we talk about negative emotions, ito naman yung emotions that sap your energy and undermine your effectiveness. In the negative emotional state, you find the lack of desire to do anything. All right. Some negative emotions, we are exhausted, panic, obnoxious, unpleasant. Frustrations, jealousy, doubt, envy, despair, and such. So those are negative emotions. Right, for us to be able to understand more about these emotions, we have this what we call theories of emotions. So what are the theories of emotions? We have two different theories of emotions. Actually, madami sila, no? Pero we'll just be focusing into two. First, we have this Cannon-Bar theory of emotion. It states that we react to a stimulus daw and experience the associated emotion at the same time. We feel emotions and experience physiological reactions such as sweating, trembling, and muscle tension simultaneously. So paano siya? Ganito po yan. For example, I see a snake, I'm afraid, then I begin to tremble. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, I see a snake, ito muna yung isang pangyayari, no, na nag-trigger. No, then I'm afraid, this is the emotion, I begin to tremble. This is the physical. Okay, physical reaction. No? Again, I see a snake. I'm afraid. I begin to tremble. Kabaliktaran naman ng isang theory. Again, this is a Cannon-Bar theory. Stimulus muna yung mararamdaman mo. Then you feel the emotions and the experience of physiological reactions. Stimulus, nakakita ka ng ahas. You feel so afraid, that's your emotion. And you begin to tremble, that's your physical reaction. Okay? Or physiological reaction. On the other hand, sabi ni James Lange, theory of emotions, emotion occur naman as result of physiological reactions. Kabaliktaran naman siya. No? Proposes that you will interpret your physical reactions and conclude that you are frightened. Okay? Kunyari, ito pa rin yung stimulus, hindi siya nagbago. I see a bear. I'm trembling. Nakita niyo, no? Nakita siya ng bear. I am trembling, sabi dito. No? Ibig sabihin, nakaramdam muna siya ng physiological reaction. Therefore, I'm afraid. Then after that, he conclude that he is afraid. No? So kabaliktaran lang po siya. Kung kanina, sa Cannon-Bar theory, stimulus, then emotions, and physical reactions. Okay, dito naman sa James Lange theory, stimulus, then emotions, physical reaction, and then emotion. Yan. Okay? Next, we have this factor affecting emotions. What are those factors that really affects our emotions? So ano po itong mga factors na ito na nakaka-apekto sa emotion mo as human being. Okay? So pag-usapan natin your personality. Mabilis uminit ng ulo mo, ganyan. May ganun. Culture. Pwede rin, no? Sabi nila, ang mga Pilipino daw ay masasayahing tao. Sabi, no? Could really affect. Weather. Diba? So meron tayong pagtag-ulan, malungkot. No, sino yung mga ganon? Paggabi na malungkot. We have what we call SAD, S-A-D, no, in psychology. We call it SAD. Seasonal affective disorder. May mga tao na kapag umuulan, kapag malungkot or down yung panahon, no, sila din ay nakakaramdam din ng loneliness. Loneliness, no? Sadness. Yan. Stress, yan, totoo nga naman yan. It can really affect our emotion. Yung stress na nararamdaman natin sa work, sa school, sa relationship, no, it can really affect. Age, no? Kapag tayo daw ay tumatanda, no, tayo ay masyadong malulungkutin, no? Pag active naman tayo during our kabataan, lagi tayong happy, sabi. Gender, no? Pwede. Pwede rin nung gender. Natural daw na masasayahin ng mga babae. Tama ba ako? No? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Gender daw, it can really affect our emotions. Environment, no? Or environmental, no? Kung ano yung mga nangyayari in your environment, no? The election. Yeah. Na nag-trigger ba yung mga dapat mag-trigger, no? During the elections. Yan, basa kasi kayo ng basa ng FB. Yan, joke lang. So ano pa, yung mga environmental issues like ano ba to? Climate change, no? Nagti-trigger din to ng ating mga emotions. Marital relationship or relation, no? It can also trigger our emotions. What else? Organizational, no? So work, no, even in school, 'di ba? So it can really trigger social, no? So kung ano yung mga nangyayari socially or even relational, yung relationship mo with other people, no, it can really trigger our emotions. So those are the factors of our emotion. Tandaan niyo yan kasi kasama po yan sa inyong activity. Alright? So how we perceive emotions? Paano naman natin na-perceive ang ating emotions? No? Okay, so yeah. First, we have this kind of perceiving, which is body posture. When you say perceiving, paano natin nakikita, na-detect? No? Na, ito yung nararamdaman niya. That's perceiving. Okay, first we have this body posture, no. The way we hold our bodies when we walk, stand and sit gives cues to other about our emotional states. Kapag di ba yung nakaganon siya, no, para siyang galit, no. Parang ayaw nating kausapin, parang ayaw nating lapitan, oy galit si boss. Okay. Kapag masayang-masaya naman siya, parang gustong-gusto natin siyang kausapin, no. Ask here or him something, no, na pwede mapag-usapan. Yan. Body posture. Okay. It clues them into how relaxed or tense we are and how confident or shy we are. Yan. So napapakita natin through our posture kung gaano tayo ka-confident sa isang bagay, kung gaano tayo ka-tense, no? Sa bagay. What else? Depending on how close we are standing to another person, no? It can also show aggression or love, dominance or submission. Yeah. Speech pattern naman, no? We may choose our words carefully when we are angry or expressing happiness. Yan. Huwag ka daw mag-decide kapag ikaw daw ay galit, 'di ba? Yan. Our emotions cause us not only to feel differently, but also to speak differently. Mayroon daw tayong mga speech patterns. Our speech patterns also change depending on our emotional state. Again, our speech patterns also change depending on our emotional state. Di ba feeling mo, yan parang ako. Di ba kapag masaya ka, iba yung tono ng boses mo, di ba? Parang gusto mo nga ipagsigawan na masaya ka. Di ba? Tapos kapag malungkot ka, parang ang tone down din ng boses mo. Ang baba. Parang gano'n. No, parang ayaw mo makipag-usap sa hindi ka pa naririnig. No? A regular cadence can increase or decrease in rate and pitch, tones, volume, and our inflection. And even accent may also be affected. Even yung accent natin. Ako, sa totoo lang, lumalabas minsan yung pagkabisaya. Ako, Bisaya din kasi ako. Eh. No, kapag ako ay sobrang galit, lumalabas yung tunay kong accent. So, yun. Kayo ba? Ayan. We also have these gestures. No? Gestures take on different meaning, no, in different cultures. Gestures in general, in one way humans communicate emotions to each other non-verbal. No, ito yung mga non-verbal communications natin, yung gestures natin. Iba't iba daw siya per culture. Yan. So ito yung mga facial expressions. No? Yan. It could be gestures din no, as well. May mga gestures, pagtaas ng kilay, pag thumbs up, pag okay, gestures. No? Ito na may mga facial expression. Okay? The shock, masaya, malungkot. No? Our facial muscles daw, there are 44 of them are able to communicate important non-verbal messages in a split second. Wow, parang ako pagtaas lang kilay, alam ko. No, 44 pala, no, kaya niyang i-communicate na expressions, no? Or non-verbal messages. No, ano pa ba yung iba? Pag gumanong kayo, pag gumanon yung uso mo, ibig sabihin, pag kumunot yung noo mo, pag ganyan siguro, galit. So yun, anger, contempt, disgust, fear, happiness, sadness, and surprise seems to be 7 universal facial expression that all humans unconsciously recognize and interpret. Ayan, kasama yung disgust, fear, happiness. Madali lang yung happiness, di ba? Nakikita naman sa mukha agad yung happiness. But anger, madali lang din. Contempt, paano yun? Disgust, yung ew, paano yun? Fear, sadness, yun. Surprise. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. So emotional intelligence naman po tayo. No? When we talk about emotional intelligence, okay, yung, di ba lagi natin naririnig yung IQ, no, intelligence quotients. When we say emotional intelligence naman po, or yung EI, or tinatawag din natin tong emotional quotient or EQ, refers to the ability to perceive, control, and evaluate emotions. Kung gaano mo kabilis na perceive ang emotion, kung paano mo nakokontrol ang emotions, and kung paano ka nakakapag-evaluate ng emotions ng ibang tao. No? So that's emotional intelligence. Mababa daw ang emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, mo kapag alam mo na nagagalit, no, aasarin mo pa. Yan. Alam mo nang malungkot, mang-iinis ka pa. Yan. Hindi ka sensitive, no? Parang wala kang pakialam sa nararamdaman niya. Ibig sabihin daw mababa ang iyong emotional intelligence. Ikaw ba, kapag meron ka nakitang nalulungkot, anong ginagawa mo? Naasar mo pa ba? Pag meron ka nakita nagagalit, anong ginagawa mo? Umiiwas ka ba? So yeah. So that's the emotional that's how we, measured our emotional intelligence. Okay? We have these 4 branches, sabi ni Salome and Mayer, propose a model that identified 4 different factors of emotional intelligence. Okay? Paano daw natin na-identify ano daw sabi ni Solvay and Mayer ang 4 factors of emotional intelligence. First is perceiving emotions, no? When you say perceiving emotions, no, ito yung how we perceive emotions of others, no? This is sabi ko kanina. The first step in understanding emotion is to accurately perceive them. Dapat naiintindihan mo. No? In many cases, this might involve understanding nonverbal signals, even nonverbal signals such as body language and facial expressions. Okay, sa amin as a psychology practitioners, no, kailangan naiintindihan namin yung facial expressions, no, ng isang tao, ng isang bata, ng isang pasyente, ng aming kliyente para ma-diagnose namin siya ng maayos. Right? So, perceiving emotions. Okay? Next, ikaw ba? Malalim ba? 'Di ba? Paano ka mag-umintindi ng emotions ng iba? Okay. Next, we have reasoning with emotion. The next step after perceiving emotion is the reasoning with emotions. Okay. The next step involves using emotions to promote thinking and cognitive activity. Emotions help prioritize what we pay attention and react to. We respond emotionally to things that garner our attention. Ngayon, you reason out. Bakit kaya niya pinagdadaanan yun? Bakit kaya siya malungkot? First is you perceive, kailangan nakita mo, no, na-perceive mo yung kanyang pinagdadaanan, yung kanyang itsura, yung kanyang emotions, no, through facial gestures, no, movement of the body na rin, no. Then you reason out, bakit kaya nagdadabog yun? Bakit kaya malungkot yun? Bakit kaya namumugto yung mata niya? Bakit kaya sobrang saya niya? That's the second one. Next is understanding emotions. After those questions, you need to understand now. Kasi baka sinugutan siya nung nililigawan niya. Kasi baka mamaya, baka kasi nakipaghiwalay na siya kaya siya malungkot. Kasi after those questions, now you really understood or you understand the emotions. Now, the emotions that we perceive can carry a wide variety of meanings. If someone is expressing angry emotions, the observer must interpret the cause of their anger and what it is might mean. Ba't kaya siya naiinis? Baka kasi nakipagtalo siya sa nanay niya. Parang ganun. No? We understand. And lastly, we manage. Managing emotions. The ability to manage emotions effectively. Namemeasure din dyan yung EQ. No? Is a key part of emotional intelligence. And this is the key part. No? Regulating emotions, responding appropriately, and responding to the emotions of others are all important aspects of emotional management. Ayan. So, how we manage our emotion. Pag nainis ka ba, bigla ka na lang mananapak. Di ba? So, ikaw, paano mo minamanage yung emotions mo? Kapag naluluha ka ba, kapag naiiyak ka ba, pag nanonood ka ng sad movies, pinipigilan mo yung sarili mo maiyak. No? May mga ibang tao kasi they can really manage their emotions. Mabilis sila mag-burst out ng galit. No? Ikaw ba? How you manage your emotions? Kapag ikaw ba pinapagalitan ng parents mo, sumasagot ka? Mababa ang EQ mo pag gano'n. Na dapat you know how to manage your emotions. No? Pwede mong i-perceive ba't kaya siya nagagalit. Perceive, then you ask questions, no, bakit kaya sila nagagalit. Then you understand, okay kasi late ako umuwi kagabi. Kasi late ako umuwi kagabi. Then you manage your emotions. Ganon siya. Okay? So, managing emotions, ibig sabihin, sige, intindihin ko yung galit nila. Ganon po. Okay, so that's it, no? All right, so that's for the very quick lesson for today, no? Ang bilis ng lesson kapag recorded. 30 minutes to 40 minutes lang, no? Samantalang kapag hindi recorded, syempre kailangan may mga chikahan pa, dahil pang kwento ni Sir, dami yung chismis, dami yung marites, tapos attendance pa. Grabe to. Pero dito, 30 to 40 minutes lang, tapos na. Alright. So that, syempre sumasagot pa si Sir ng mga tanong nyo. Yan. Alright. For this lesson, of course, you have an assignment. Madali lang naman ito. Alright. So for your assignment, why do you think is the importance of understanding emotions? Again, why do you think it is important to understand why do you think is what do you think is the importance of understanding emotions? Sorry, that's what. Okay, what do you think is the importance of understanding emotions? Okay, what else? Describe at least 3 factors of affecting, and at least give 3 examples each. That's number 2. Number 3 is, in your personal opinion, how do you manage your emotions? Again, in your personal opinion, how do you manage your emotion? Yan, essay din po ito. That's for number 3. And for number 4, what you have learned. Again, ulitin ko. Number 1, what do you think is the importance of understanding emotions? Okay. Describe at least 3 factors affecting emotions and give 3 examples each. Okay. In your personal opinion, how do you manage your emotion? Okay. And lastly, what you have learned. Okay. Quite quick explanation of what you have learned through essay. All right. So that's for emotional self. Okay. So, ayan. So if you have questions, just send a message po sa ating FB. Next week will be your examination. I'll be giving you some instruction by next week, no, for your exam. What else? Yeah, siguro next week na lang for the examination. All right, so I hope you learned something and gagawa po ako ng assignment tab for this. Again, four questions po yung sasagutin ha. Then I will make an assignment tab for this. All right, so if you have, again, if you have questions, you don't hesitate to ask me questions through our FB chat or even personal message. You can do that. Then yeah, that's it. Then next week will be your examination or midterm examination. Thank you and God bless to everyone. See you soon. Bye for now.